you specify what you do behind the scenes?
It's very difficult to explain that too. Just think of it in terms of almost everything short of, reporting and shooting a story. But as you can see, I told you I bring my own camera. I've occasionally shot a story here. I have reported stories here. I do whatever's needed, really. I am in charge of hiring the people that we put on the air. Occasionally firing, if that's what it comes to, the people you put on the air. I manage the news department's operational budget. Just like anybody else, I have a budget. I have to try to keep us within that budget year to year. I'm in charge of making sure that we are correct, first and foremost, and making sure that we're doing the stories that we think San Antonio is interested in. And that doesn't mean I literally put those newscasts together. We have producers and executive producers who help do that. I supervise them as well as reporters and anchors and shooters. It's everything you can imagine. It takes in a whole lot.
So does that include choosing advertisements too?
No. There's a sales department here that does the advertising. I do not choose the advertisements that go on the air. You can come into news director from a variety of TV news specificities. By that I mean a photographer, a good photog could be a news director, producer, a good reporter, anchor, editor. You can come at it from all kinds of different ways. Many of us used to be news producers because you have to manage the day-to-day flow as a producer, and after all, that's what a news director does. We manage newsrooms, So anything that helps you become a good manager of people and content, anything, and a lot of stuff we do in here makes you have to manage people and content. We have to work together under pretty high stress situations. So.
And communication is a really big part.
Yeah, if you don't, in fact, sometimes we're the worst communicators in-house. Then here we are in the communications business, and you'd be surprised how many times in-house so-and-so forgot to tell so-and-so about something that's important, Maybe, most of the time it's because we move pretty fast, You have to stop and make sure you've got your stuff together.
Now I know streaming videos online have made a big impact in the media. What do you think of such as YouTube and those websites? Do you think they affect the news today? How people watch the news today?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if it affects how people watch the news. I really don't. I don't know how much distinguishing they do between what we do and what gets posted on the web. There's just so many sources of information and media out there that it's mind-boggling. And we just try to stay afloat in an increasingly diverse sort of environment and incredibly competitive. I mean, we've even taken videos off YouTube ourselves to show people what people are watching on YouTube, But as far as how it's influencing people and what they watch, I'm not sure. I hope it doesn't cheapen what they expect of us, because anything goes on YouTube just about, and it's not that way here. You can't just post anything on the air.
What would be some advice for someone who would want to go into this field as a news director or anything?
Well, if anybody wants to be a news director starting out, they're wrong. First of all, you can't just go into the field as a news director. News directors, nobody gets hired out of college as a news director. The advice that I have is do everything. Do as much as you possibly can. Learn as much as you possibly can. Know every aspect of what goes into putting on a newscast, if that's the area that you plan to go into. And I mean learn editing, learn shooting, learn writing. God, above all else, learn writing. People don't think we know how to write in TV. But there's nothing more important to me than a good writer, even still. So you've got to, after all, it is communication still. And unless you're doing everything off the top of your head, you're writing a lot of what you say, for broadcast. And that gets to the other thing you need to know. Don't just learn everything about this job, learn everything you can about as many things as you can, because a news person has to have at least a little knowledge of stuff, a little bit, we have to know a little bit about history at least. We have to know about politics. We have to know how laws are passed and that sort of thing, or how the court system works, how the police system works, you name it. There's so many things, and we're still learning every day. That's another neat thing about this job. Every day I learn something that I had no idea.